All right, so as would be expected from fake news CNN, Brooke Baldwin and Don Lemon are now defending and trying to normalize the left's mob behavior. Take a look at this.
When you see people like Ted Cruz getting chased out of restaurants by a mob.
Oh, you're not going to use the mob word here.
It's totally a mob. It is without a doubt. There's no other word for it. It's a go watch. Put up the video.
Mob, stop.
That is mob behavior.
How many times has that happened?
Everybody stop. Everybody stop. Matt, we already did that. We already said they weren't mobs. No, it's not mob behavior. It's people who are upset and they're angry with the way the country is going and the policies that these people. Will you let me finish, Matt, please, before you jump in? Okay.
All right, here with reaction, author of the New York Times bestseller, Trump's America, the truth about our nation's great comeback. The only person really talking about it. Fox News contributor, former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich. All right, so we're 27 days out of Election Day. We watched 3 weeks of just the abandonment of any due process and presumption of innocence. Then you've got Sarah Sanders, Pam Bondi, Secretary Nielsen, Senator McConnell, Cruz. They're being chased out of restaurants. Hillary Clinton says we cannot, as Democrats, be civil. And Eric Holder is saying when they go low, kick them, meaning political opposition. Will this work in 27 days? Is that their strategy?
Well, I mean, what you're seeing is the emergence in a very weird way of a brown shirt party, to use the term for the people who in Weimar Germany went out and literally dominated the streets by brute force. They can't win. They didn't win in the Senate. They didn't win in the presidency. In my judgment, they're not going to win on Election Day. And they're becoming more hysterical, more anti-democratic, more willing to destroy the system. Abraham Lincoln warned that there are people who oppose us so much that it is either their way or they destroy it. And I think that we're faced with that kind of opposition. So, I mean, let's have an open public debate. If you think that people like Eric Holder, Hillary Clinton, should be allowed to impose their will by brute violence, then you ought to vote Democrat. If you think that's profoundly wrong, then you ought to vote Republican.
We now have Rasmussen today. Republicans now lead Democrats by a pretty healthy margin in terms of enthusiasm. And what was just maybe 2 months ago a huge gap in terms of generic ballot, it's now dead even, according to Rasmussen. So there's been a dramatic shift here. So going forward the next 27 days, you're a great strategist, a great historian. What do Republican candidates, Senate and House, need to say and do to win?
Look, I think Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy has given us a perfect example of the kind of campaign we need to wage in the next few weeks. McCarthy's introduced a bill which basically says if you want to stop fentanyl from killing your children, if you want to stop car fentanyl, which is even worse, from killing your children, if you want to stop MS-13 from terrorizing your neighborhood, if you want to stop human trafficking, we have to control the southern border. Now, the other side says, the Democrats say, no, we need open borders, sanctuary cities, abolish ICE. Well, let's have a referendum. Everybody who thinks we don't have enough crime in America, we don't have enough drugs in America, we don't have enough violence in America, vote Democrat. Everybody who thinks that Kevin McCarthy's right and we need to control the border and get back to a point where our children and our neighborhoods are safe, vote Republican.
Are we better off as a country in terms of our security than we were 2 years ago? Is the economy, by every measure, better off? I think we know the answer. It's interesting. You were on my radio show today, and I mentioned in California, where Gavin Newsom, you would think, is up by 20 points, it's now almost within the margin of error. John Cox, a businessman, is running against him. This is now a sanctuary state, and he's offering health care to everybody. Everyone. That means legal, illegal, the highly taxed, the high level of taxation out in California. It puts an open, basically anybody gets sick in America, go out to California, they'll take care of you.
Look, I just want to share with the audience who knows how close you and I have been for all these years. You blew me away on the radio show today. I mean, I was standing there going, oh, my God, this is a whole new way of thinking about it. Because you're right. Basically, the way that the Democrats have set it up in California if you're in Tennessee or New York or Texas and you got a serious disease, Gavin Newsom's sending you a signal. Come to California and let us pay for it. I mean, every governor in the country ought to be campaigning for. They ought to be campaigning for Newsom because they have a chance here to send every sick person in their state to California and let Newsom do it. Now, if I were a Californian, I would think that was insane. But you picked it up today. I had never thought about the domestic side of that, and you're exactly right.
Well, that's what they're saying. You don't even have to be a resident. 13.5% state income tax out in California right now. It's going to be higher. All right, Mr. Speaker, 27 days to go.
I think under Newsom, it gets to 25. That's my prediction.
Okay.
25% income tax.
All right, 27 days to go. Mr. Speaker, we'll have you on a lot between now and then. Thank you for being with us.